All right, everybody, welcome back to the stream. This is the College of Eastern Idaho Rocket League varsity team versus the University of Arizona.
Yes, sir.
I am William, and I am joined by my co-host, Tucker. Say hello.
Hey, hello, everyone. Also, thanks for joining us already. Props to you guys. Shout out to 7 viewers. Let's go.
Already here before the game starts. We like to see it.
True.
This is the NACE Open Premiere. All right, swag. We're just waiting for the other teams so we can get these games started. It should be good. Hopefully CEI will have a better performance than last week.
Truly. I mean, that said, been watching them practice. A lot of demo review after last week's game against Grand Canyon University. A lot of good things that came out of that. I mean, yes, the score line was definitely not in our favor at the end of the day. A little bit of a stomping, and that's just fine.
Just kind of how it goes sometimes.
That's just kind of how it goes sometimes. That said, you know, there's been a lot that we've learned, and I think there's going to be significant room for improvement as we move forward today. So we're just getting into the lobby, everybody, making sure everything is set as it should be, and we'll be going live here shortly. I mean, we are live, but the game will be live here shortly.
I think they can hear it now, yeah?
Should be able to. Should be able to, yes.
Just waiting for people to join into the lobby so we can get this first game going. Best of 3 or 5?
Best of 3.
Best of 3.
I'm so sorry. I lied to you. Best of 5.
Okay.
First to 3 wins. I'm all over the place. I'm just going to lead you astray.
All right, and here we go into game 1.
Kickoff being won by University of Arizona and an immediate shot right off. Unfortunately, similar tunes to last week. Last week, GCU opened up with a quick goal, and here we are with Arizona opening up with a quick goal. A little bit slow on the rotation on the back line there. Just an awkward kickoff to begin, so here we go on take 2 for kickoff. Much better as far as that goes. Panic is going to push it into the corner, but it'll be met by Texzik with almost the second touch, but Reaper is there to make a play on the ball, and it's going to be centered there. However, just a little bit awkward for CEI to follow up on that. Easy save by Goosenov coming out.
I'm already starting to see it. CEI is playing the ball more in the air as we start.
Oh, lovely. Certainly not as many infield passes last week, and so to see that coming out in game 1 already, to see that we're on the same page offensively and seemingly, hopefully, defensively as well. Great clear coming out by Texas, though. Again, infield pass from Texas to Reaper. I'm hoping to see more of that connection, and I'm hoping to see a lot better rotations overall. That's a little bit of an awkward miss there, but it's going to be cleaned up and taken to the wall by Marmalade, who is then bumped off by Howdy.
So far, that first goal was a little rough, but so far I like what I'm seeing. It seems fairly even between the two teams. Hopefully CEI will be able to make some sort of counter goal or whatever you call it.
No, counterplay for sure. And so far we're seeing a lot of that. It seems that is just sort of the bane. The first 5 seconds of each Rocket League game seems to be the bane of CEI. But there's a lot more promise coming out from CEI offensively. And then the defensive rotation from offense to defense seems to be a little bit better there. So it's the name of the game is going to be consistency for CEI. One of the things that they struggled with last week against GCU was cutting out the passing lanes, and almost a shot on goal. Well, a shot on goal, almost a shot netted by Howdy there, but dealt with by CEI.
I'm already seeing a little bit more defense pressure and way more offensive pressure from CEI, which I like to see. It's way better than their last weeks, where it seemed like they were all chasing after the ball at the same time. They seem a lot more coordinated and a little bit
really awkward.
And a little bit more well-adjusted.
Definitely. Ooh, good demo coming out by Howdy. That's going to create a lot of open space there, and it's going to make it awkward for CEI on the defensive line. A little bit of a slow read coming out from Reaper there, but Texik is there to clean it up and to push forward on the offensive transition. Not able to play it out of the corner, but Reaper, unfortunately, dunked and not able to continue to center the ball. close read. Oh, and the dunk coming out from Panic DX for U of A. Certainly a closer game halfway through game number 1. Again, this is a best of 5 series, so it's the first to win 3 games. Truth be told, there is a lot of time left on the clock for CEI to make an offensive comeback here.
And we've seen CEI do a lot with 2 minutes on the clock.
Definitely. Absolutely.
Oh, demo.
Good save coming out from Texic. A little bit of an awkward situation for him. Again, there's a bit of an opening in the midfield, and the defensive rotation for CEI seems to be a little bit of a pain point. Great job by Gusnov to recognize the opening and just slot it there on the left side of the net. Unfortunately, Marmalade not able to recover in time to put the ball away, or I'm sorry, to clear the ball. CEI down 3-0. Marmalade in the corner, looking to carry it out, but unable to do so past half field.
They still have 1:55 on the clock. I think that's plenty of time for them to come back. It's going to get a little tighter if they let any more goals go through and if they don't make something happen here very shortly. But maybe it's just that first game that we saw last week where they didn't perform the best, but as the games went on, they started to get warmed up and they started to feel more comfortable with themselves, and they might be able to make something happen this time.
I think so. I think we start to hit the panic button. If we don't see a goal, but we do. Excellent double tap coming out from Marmalade. That is what we needed. That's going to be a momentum shifter. Even if they drop game 1 here, that's the confidence that CEI needs, especially offensively, to show that they are capable, that they can hang with the big dogs, with the with the players of the like of Arizona. Great goal coming out from Marmalade there. Down 2. It's the tough thing is going to be if we get to about 45 seconds. That's when we might want to start to hit the panic button. CEI is going to need to continue to act quickly here in order to really mount this comeback. And in order to do that, we're going to need to see less double commits coming out. I've been seeing quite a bit of the double commits coming out on the defensive line there. And that's a great bump coming out from Gusnov on a Marmalade. Thankfully, Rescue Reaper is there to deal with that offensive. Ooh. And that's a little bit of a whiff, you might say. That's a little bit of a whiff. Good bang from Texic, and just an unfortunate read from Panic DX there on the defensive end. That makes it 3-2 in favor still of U of A, but the comeback is on.
I don't know if he was ready for that. And as you said, they're at 45 seconds and they're only 1 goal down. I think that's plenty of time for them to bring it back.
I'm going to wait on pressing the panic button, so to speak. That goal has certainly bought them some time. We're now going to press the panic button at about 15 seconds, so half the timer left. There's still plenty of time for CEI to tie it up and to take it into OT, and honestly, that might be best case scenario. Could they score 2 goals in 15 seconds? I'm not so sure. However, Howdy is here, kind of making it a little bit awkward, but Texic is going to clear from the corner, and Reaper is going to look to center. However, no one there for CEI. Marmalade on the play. Last second opportunity. Texic with the dunk, keeping it on U of A's side. Keeping it up even still. Texic with the opportunity, and Marmalade not quite able to get under the ball. U of A will dunk it and send it to game 2. And honestly, we brought it up earlier. I think that's we needed to see that Marmalade goal for sure. That certainly changed the momentum of the game. It switched it in favor of CEI.
I feel like it gave them the confidence they definitely needed. Going into game 2. Hopefully it won't start out the way that if it hadn't started out that way, I think it would have been an even game so far. But
100%. And like I said, in the early stages of the game, the first 5 seconds seems to be the bane of CEI Rocket League. Yep. And that's okay. If we can keep a clean sheet, no goals netted within the first minute, I really do like our chances in the long stretch of the game. And so it looks like there's a little bit of a substitute coming out from University of Arizona. They still have Gusnov Panic, and I'm waiting to see who the third player is. It looks like Radiant. Radiant Hydra is the sub for University of Arizona. Interesting. I've not seen subs before. I know that you can. So I wonder if that will change the pace overall for U of A, or if CEI is going to continue to have a little bit of an offensive onslaught.
I do think it's weird that they subbed out a player just in the first game. I feel like that would be more of a after the second game moment. Oh.
And I agree, and that's going to be an easy goal there for Panic, for University of Arizona. Unfortunate, there again, we see the double commit on the defensive line. Texas not able to get back in time to deter that ball from going into the net. We didn't quite make it the full minute of a clean sheet. U of A does score in the first 30 seconds.
However, it's better than 5 seconds.
Yeah, definitely. And nearly a second goal within the first minute. Thankfully, Texas is there, able to read the ball. And he's going to continue to try to make an offensive play there, but not able to. He's dunked by Gusnov. Awkward rotations, and it's still awkward. They're the CEI teammates there in what we like to call Rule 1. Boys, let's not get into a Rule 1 with each other. We don't need to lock cars like that.
Worst case scenario to be in. You're in Rule 1 with your teammate.
Yes. I'm still seeing several awkward touches, awkward possession from CEI, especially in the midfield. That's just going to come down to comms, clearing comms, making sure that that the people know the assignment, who should be going for ball, who should be, rotating, these types of things. And so I'm hoping that CEI can clean that up and that they can keep the offensive pressure. Good center, though, from CEI. However, unable to deal or capitalize on the open field. And there we see goal 2. Unfortunate for University of Arizona. Set up by Gusnov with the play off the wall. Just again, kind of caught him in open space, and no one's there to deal with it soon enough.
What would you say CEI would have to do in order to start bringing this back?
I was hopeful that there was momentum that was carried forward from game 1, and so there's going to someone needs to step up and make a play. Someone needs to, and I hate to say it, but I think we need to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end. There's a lot of hesitation that I'm seeing coming out from CEI. So
yeah,
if I was to put it to two things, a little bit more offensive aggression, and then to eliminate the hesitation.
I feel like there's still a bit of lack of trust in teammates to be there.
Yep.
Maybe that's just a CEI needs to work on that a little bit more, because there's still the double commits from the players and the hesitation of maybe my teammate won't hit this or save this, so I have to be there to back them up.
Definitely agree. And again, just a little bit more awkward play, honestly, by both teams at this point in the midfield. It's just that University of Arizona is first to the ball, and thus they have the 2 goals. However, a good pop over by Tekzik, unfortunately saved by Panic. And we go again. Rusky with the challenge and able to put it into the University of Arizona corner. However, not able to read it again. However, there is a chance there by Marmalade, but it's turned away by University of Arizona. Tekzik looking to read, and he's just going to let it go into the corner, and it will be dealt with by Marmalade ultimately.
I'm hoping to see the captain of CEI, Marmalade, bring some sort of momentum back. He did it in that first game, and they started popping off after that, and hopefully he'll be able to make something happen here in the last minute, 30 seconds.
I agree. Thankfully, 2 whiffs there, one from CEI, and then again, thankfully, from University of Arizona to not capitalize on the open net there. It just seems that CEI is slow to read the corner ball,
True.
and then to capitalize on any sort of offensive transition, and thankfully University of Arizona isn't able to capitalize on it like they were last week, and that's a good open net. Unfortunately, Tekzik not able to hit the other end of that and put the ball in the back of the net. Still plenty of time. I'm not going to hit the panic button at all. I think I jinxed it. in game 1. So many whiffs coming out from both sides, though. There's going to be an opening for CEI, and it needs to happen within the next couple seconds or so.
And hopefully when they're presented with that opportunity, they're able to capitalize.
Yes, great bump coming out from Texic there to open up the offensive opportunity for Rusky Reaper. Plenty of time on the clock. 2-1, still in favor of University of Arizona, but great bump by Marmalade on the goal line there. And then again, Rusky just able to put it away. 2-1, still in favor of University of Arizona, but plenty of time on the clock for CEI to really mount a comeback and to take game 2. That probably could have been a shot by Texic. And then an unneeded challenge probably by Rusky Reaper there.
10 seconds. Hopefully they're able to make something happen. It's looking more and more dire. Hopefully Texic can put it.
Good clear. They're going to have to read that in order to keep it up, but they're not able to do so. Gusnov will drop it down, and that is game 2 in favor of University of Arizona. And again, this is a best of 5 series. So first to win 3. This puts University of Arizona on game point. They only need one more game in order to secure the series, and that would send CEI packing for week 2 of the regular season.
See, and that's what we saw right on the last goal CEI had. Marmalade bumped one of the other teams, and he trusted his teammates to put it away.
Yep.
And that's what I think needs to happen more and more. They just need to put trust and faith in one another instead of hesitating and double committing.
Definitely. And that's something that we typically see out of the play of Rusky Reaper. He's someone, and if you follow the RLCS, you'll know who Calm is. Calm is someone who demos and plays really aggressive. That tends to be Rusky's play style. He tends to play a little bit more aggressive, and he opens up the midfield for his teammates and really the offensive end, so that way Marmalade and Texic can capitalize on their offensive opportunities. Down 1 goal in both games. At the end of them, we've been close. Unfortunately, no cigar. So we're going to go again here in game 3. Again, CEI must win this game in order to stay alive in the series. Currently, University of Arizona leads the series 2-0.
I would absolutely love to see a game 5.
Oh, such a good opportunity. Perhaps the best passing opportunity, best team play we've seen so far in this series from Rusky to Texic. I'm hoping that we can generate more of those opportunities for both. For CEI. Wow. On the backboard, looking to pass down to Gusnov. Gusnov looking to touch again, and he will beat CEI. He will beat Texic, and unfortunately, Rusky Reaper is not able to turn that one away. It will be goal number 1 for University of Arizona within the first minute of play.
I'm not going to lie, I saw that pass off the backboard, and I was like, what is he doing with it? And I didn't realize that Gusnov was there and just sent it home.
Yep. Good challenge and an open-net opportunity, but Texic is able to beat University of Arizona there and will continue to send it downfield. Unfortunately, not able to carry it further than half field, and this does leave him in a little bit of an awkward situation as he is dunked by Wildcats. Thankfully, Rusky Reaper is there to cut out the angle for the goal, but here comes Marmalade, looking to mount an offensive attack, but unable to continue to carry it to the goal. A little bit of an awkward touch there from Texic, and it does leave him in an awkward situation on the goal line, not able to correct his car and to recover there. Maybe had he not touched it, Rusky could have turned it away to the wall and had a more efficient clear overall. But hindsight is 20/20, unfortunately.
I mean, they still have 3 minutes, 40 seconds.
They do. Great shot.
Right there. That's what we needed to see. Marmalade putting in away another goal, hopefully trying to shift that momentum back in their favor.
Definitely. And I'm glad that the boys are responding sooner rather than later.
Very true.
It does my heart well to see us try to even up the scoreboard in order to take the lead. Still, plenty of time. 3.5 minutes left on the clock, and CEI is going to need definitely more of that play coming out from Marmalade. Ooh, a little bit of an awkward clear there from Texic. Wildcats is still able to read that and slot it into the bottom corner. Great shot coming out from Wildcats there.
It seems like University of Arizona is just better at reading the awkward plays and capitalizing on them.
Definitely.
This entire game does seem and feel kind of awkward, as if it's just, I don't know what I'm looking for. They're just not quite connecting the way that they're used to.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And thankfully, we still have the luxury of time in this game. And speaking of the aggression from Rusky Reaper, there's 2 demos on the half of CEI. And hopefully they continue to mount an offensive attack here and regain control of the series and regain the opportunity to continue to play and not to be sent home packing.
3 minutes left on the clock, or 2:50 my mistake. It does look like it's very heavy pressure on the CEI again, but hopefully they're able to capitalize on this push back towards UofA.
Yep. Still awkward touches, still interesting rotates coming out from CEI. I'm hoping that we can clean that up in this last half of game number 3. Great clear coming out from Gusnov and looking to continue to keep pressure on Texic in the corner. Texic is able to beat the man there and push it out to Marmalade. However, Marmalade not able to get on the other end of that pass, and it will fall to Rusky Reaper. Great demo coming out from Rusky Reaper, but it does put Texic in a little bit of an awkward situation. We definitely need to be connecting with those types of opportunities to make the defense less awkward. However, great clear from Rusky. Unfortunately, Marmalade not able to connect on the other end of that and put it on net. A little bit of an awkward situation. Texic, great clear. Able to alleviate some of the pressure, but not for long, because here comes Gusnov, but great dunk coming out from Rusky and an almost read coming out from Marmalade. Great challenge from Rusky. Texic will look to keep the pressure on. It will fall to Marmalade, but he's dunked out by Gusnov. Rusky pushing it back to the wall. Texic with low boost, just looking to gain control. And a great shot coming out from Rusky Reaper, however, not able to connect with the net. And Marmalade unable to put the ball in the back of the net on that follow-up as well. Good bang from Texic. However, it's responded by Radiant Hydra there for UofA. Thankfully, Rusky is able to rotate on the defensive line and deal with that pressure. Shot just off from Gusnov. Very awkward scenes here from CEI, and the rotations are just off. I don't know what else to say. The rotations are just off. Good pass from Wildcats and great finish by Radiant Hydra. Unfortunately, CEI just not able to get there in time.
It might take a miracle and a half for CEI to come back, but I'm putting out the good vibes and the belief that they are able to do it. 45 seconds should be enough for them.
Oh! And that's an opportunity that CEI must capitalize on. No ifs, ands, or buts. That ball must see the back of the net, especially with the amount of time left. And unfortunately, Rusky Reaper is not able to save that there. This game is definitely running away from CEI. 5-1 in favor of University of Arizona. We go again. We go with the kickoff. Marmalade able to win the kickoff and grab mid boost. However, no one there to immediately follow up. CEI does eventually get there. Texic had already committed in the air, so unable to connect on that, unable to really read the pass there. A little bit of a desperation shot as we do find the final 5 seconds of the game. And Rusky trying to just keep integrity intact, I think, at this point of CEI.
Making sure they fight it out till the very last second.
And I can respect that, you know, not giving up. Still, University of Arizona leads 5-2. and it would take a miracle and a half. And it's not looking very good for the boys. Unfortunately, the ball will drop. CEI will drop the series 3-0, and that is game. And honestly, ultimately a better score lines overall from last week to this week.
Better performance, I would say.
I think so. I think the boys aren't going to be too happy with the result overall. I think they would have liked to have seen a dub this week. Unfortunately, not able to do that.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and watching. I appreciate... Oh, that's messed up. I appreciate everybody coming out and just showing your support for CEI. I want to take a second and acknowledge the previous followers. Walker What? The Meathead 22 and Implicating 208. Thank you all for following CEI's Twitch.
And also a follow pre-stream from from Biggie Smalls there.
Biggie Smalls.
Also, with the shout out to Walker What, that's as far as I'm concerned, that's a celebrity sighting.
Celebrity sighting.
Not Dean of Student Affairs anymore. The ex CEI employee popping in the stream. Appreciate it. Thanks, Mike.
Anyways, thanks everybody for coming out and showing your support. We will be back next week with all the games.
All the games. Everything will be live next week. Again, you'll see us again on Monday for some more Rocket League. You will see us on Tuesday for the very first game of the season for Overwatch 2, and then you'll find us on Thursday with Super Smash Brothers, as our Smash Brothers teams looks to start off the season strong and to push towards really a playoff berth and again a playoff run. So
hopefully this season we'll be able to take finals for Smash Bros.
Absolutely.
Anyways, that's all from us, folks. Have a great night.